Hey guys, hey Facebook. I really wanted to share something today that I'm most passionate about, so I'm kind of waiting for Facebook to build me an audience here. Sort of hang out for a sec while people wait to hop on. So today I wanted to share with you something that I am most passionate about. One of my friends and mentors, she did this great Facebook post, I think it was today, I saw it today anyway, about, your passion and really connecting with people that have the same passion that you have. So here's the thing. What am I most passionate about? I am so passionate about helping people to really release inflammation from their body, to stop living in chronic pain, because you don't have to. And there are solutions out there to really transform your health. And for me, I lived with a condition called costochondritis for 8.5 years. And it was over 10 years ago that, that condition started for me. And it was severe, it was acute, it was debilitating. It really took over my life in so many ways. Before costochondritis, I used to play tennis. I used to ride my bike. I used to do a lot of yoga. Hi, Marta. I used to surf. I used to swim regularly. I would be at the pool every day swimming laps. I was really active. There was a lot of things that I used to do that I was passionate about. I used to go hiking. I'd love to dig in the garden. I loved building my vegetable gardens every spring and maintaining those, and enjoyed so much the yield from my veggie garden every year. But with costochondritis, digging in the garden or playing tennis or surfing or swimming or going for a bike ride with my family, going over a bump. I had this mountain bike where, if you've got a mountain bike, your arms are kind of locked out in front of you and you're leaning forward with that weight being distributed across your chest. So costochondritis is a condition that there's inflammation of the costosternal joints. And really what happens is that rib gets locked at the hinges in the T-spine, and your ribs kind of wrap around. They're one rib that wraps around, and in the front, where it attaches to that costosternal joint, when it's locked in the back, the front sort of does this little vibrating thing. And it's moving and hitting the nerves, and you have millions and millions of nerves in that area. So it's a pretty horrific condition that is grossly misunderstood by Western medicine. So here's the thing. For 8.5 years, I did every medical intervention that you could do. I wasn't a health coach yet, so I was trying to find a way, believing and trusting in the medical system that I was going to get better. I did gabapentin, I did prednisone, tramadol, whatever. I just can't even think of anything else, medically wise, because then I went to Chinese medicine, and I went to cupping and prolotherapy, neural prolotherapy, you name it. I've done it. I've tried it. Acupuncture over and over again. I think I had 6 different physiotherapists. If you're in the US, that's a physical therapist. It's the same thing. Massage therapists, multiple massage therapists. I tried everything to get better from that condition for 8.5 years. I traveled to South America. I saw a Chinese medicine doctor when I was there that did cupping for me. Everything I could think of, I tried. If there was a solution, if there was something that was going to help me to get that inflammation out of my body, I was going to do it. And I did myofascial release. I can't even think of, what other solutions have been put out there that I hadn't tried. Now, up until that point, I had not really changed my diet. Now, I ate really healthy. I ate organic food. I purchased all my groceries from, local farmers, the farmers market. Even if we were eating meat at the time, I went vegetarian for 4 years, but when we were eating meat, I was purchasing that locally from, a friend of mine who raised her own cow and butchered it, and we'd get meat from her. I was eating the healthiest version of whole food that you could possibly get. I was doing green food smoothies every day for months and months and months. That inflammation was not going away. So what did I do? I really looked into a program that supported my body in releasing stress or protecting my body from stress. So it had a component that protected my body from stress. It had a component that helped to release inflammation from the body, and that was mineral rich in nutrition so that I could refuel the body with the minerals that I need. Now, most people might not know 90% of your body's just regular functions, breathing, sleeping, blinking your eyes, just regular daily functions require minerals. And our food, especially in North America, is grossly, grossly deficient in minerals. So where are you going? Where are you getting your minerals from? If you look at chronic inflammation and chronic pain, you can do a Google search and look at magnesium deficiencies with chronic pain and chronic inflammation in the body. So you don't have to, I'm here to tell you, you do not have to live your life in chronic pain when there are solutions for releasing inflammation from the body naturally. I don't believe that you're going to find a solution that is long-term, that is going to heal your body from chronic inflammation, that is going to come from the medical community. I have friends that are doctors. I love them. God bless them. But a pill for every ill is not a solution for chronic pain. So if you're looking to release inflammation from the body, if you're looking to take back your health, if you're looking to get out of chronic pain, you've got to look at the nutrition and the fuel that you're feeding your body with. That's just one part of my healing journey. It's a huge part of it, but getting the right fuel to those cells so that your body can be the miracle is so, so important. Thanks for the like, guys. Go ahead and give me some taps if you're online, or say hi if you're watching so I know everybody's here. I see Sheldon and Jessica and Grace, Nicola and Nanette. Hi, guys. It's so good to see you. So really fueling the body with the right food, the right minerals that are going to support that body to be in balance is the number one way you're going to release inflammation and get out of chronic pain. It's so, so, so important. Now, I want to talk a little bit about stress. Hey, Sheldon. Toxins. I love you too, Nanette. Stress. Somebody asked me today, can you really heal from this condition? So the condition I have, this person has had for 6 years. I had it for 8.5 years. Can you really heal from it? I honestly believe the body is amazing and does amazing things all the time. The body can heal, again, with the right tools. So how do you heal your body? And it doesn't really matter what your chronic inflammation or chronic pain is. It's the same healing journey. It's the same healing journey. You've got to start with the nutrition. You've got to work on mindset. It's so important. I know when I was living with costochondritis, I was in so much pain that my thought process every day was, I'm in so much pain. I'm in so much pain. I'd be grabbing onto my chest. I'd be hunched over. I was always hurting. And, my little daughter, she was born, I was pregnant while I had costochondritis. She was born while I had it. And she grew up never knowing a mom who was not in pain. And she would give me hugs. She'd put her head down on my shoulder and she'd pat my chest and say, Mommy hurts, Mommy hurts. She was afraid to put her head on this side because it would hurt. So she would move her head to the other side. And it was really hard for me as a mom to be raising my baby with this image of a mom who's chronically in pain. I didn't want her to have that. I wanted her to have a healthy, whole, fit mom. So I had to do something, and I had to find a way to take my life back. I wanted to get back to playing tennis. She's 8 years old now. She loves to play tennis. I wanted to be able to go for bike rides with my kids. I wanted to get my energy back. I wanted to be able to better handle stress. So the nutrition program that I use targets all of those areas. It targets the stress, toxins that I want to talk about. So every day in North America, we're exposed to 80,000 toxins. Less than 10% of those are tested for human safety. They are in our water, they're in our air, they're in our food, they're just literally everywhere. So how are you protecting your body from those toxins? You know, they're in the skincare that you use. They're in the makeup you put on. They're in, you know, lotions you're putting on your body. If you're dealing with chronic pain, I'm going to bet you probably have a topical lotion that you're putting on that spot, whether it's on your back, whether it's on your chest for costochondritis, you know, your joints. You know, most people with chronic pain are going for that A5, what I don't even know what it's called, A535, that rub. You know, there are topical analgesics that you're putting on, and some are great, some are non-toxic, and some contain some pretty highly toxic ingredients. I looked at one the other day for a friend, and if you look at the ingredients on Environmental Working Group, it was like a 7 on the hazard rating with formaldehyde, an ingredient that's banned in Japan and in the European Union, but they use it in products here in the United States. So protecting yourself from toxins, from the things you're putting on your skin, is just important as protecting yourself from the toxins on the food that you're eating. So if you're choosing organic food, are you also choosing your beauty care products to protect you from those toxins, carcinogens, endocrine disruptors, right? Super, super important. And then stress. Stress is the number one thing that will instantly take your blood from an alkaline state or balanced state of 7.345, and you go straight into stress, and bam, it's like that. It goes acidic. And then the body has to work really, really hard. And what it does, if your blood becomes acidic from stress, from toxins, from inflammatory food that you're eating and filling the body up with, you're drinking Diet Coke or, you know, pop, something like that, or I know I'm in the States, so I have to call it soda now, but it's pop to me. If you're drinking that kind of stuff and you're putting those sugary foods into the body is becoming very, very acidic, which leads to oxidative stress, which leads to more damage in the body, more inflammation. Stress does it instantly, takes seconds. You're driving along in traffic, your favorite song's on, everything's going great. Somebody cuts you off, they just about caused a car accident. Your heart starts racing. It's really, really stressful. You go into fight or flight, but your blood also becomes acidic that quickly. So what does the body do to bring that blood back into balance? Because it has to maintain homeostasis or you're going to die, right? It's not good. So what it does is it pulls minerals out of your bones. It pulls minerals like calcium out of your bones. How about wine? I'll talk about wine. So it pulls the calcium out of the bones because calcium actually is going to change that acidic state back to a balanced state. That's where, you know, we could talk about dairy and how dairy is very acidic in the body. There's one exception to that, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but dairy is very, very acidic. And so in North America, they have a great campaign going on that, you know, milk builds strong bones, when really it actually doesn't. The United States, I believe, is number 2 in the world, 1 or 2 for cases of osteoporosis. And they drink the highest consumption of dairy in the world. So why is that? Well, because when you're drinking dairy, then what happens is it's very acidic in the body. Now the body has to pull out that calcium from the bones to put out that fire, that acidity, and bring the body back into balance. So that's what's going on with that. If you have a lot of inflammation, you might want to cut out dairy. The one exception to that rule, there's only one, and it is and I actually might even say 2, but the one exception to that rule is organic, undenatured whey protein from grass-fed cows. That has been studied. It's in the physician's handbook. It is huge for boosting the immune system and boosting the body's natural source of glutathione, which helps to fight oxidative stress and protect the body from that oxidative stress. So it's very anti-inflammatory. Sorry, I'm messing up my phone. So how about wine? Well, alcohol in general tends to actually be a bit acidic in the body, not super helpful. Red wine, we know, has been studied a lot, And red wine does, of course, have a lot of really great health benefits like resveratrol. So the thing is, I take a supplement that has resveratrol in it. And I know, Nanette, if you're still here, how I can't even remember, or Bonnie, you guys might know, how many glasses of red wine are in my, worth of resveratrol in my supplement that I take every day. And I don't even remember how many, but it's more than what you could ever drink, right? So resveratrol is great and very good for heart health. It's very, very good for the body. So I think the studies out there are showing, 1 to 2 glasses of wine a day for women, especially red versus white, and 2 to 3 even for men, tends to have some health benefits to it. So depending on your health goals, I'm, one or 2 glasses of red wine I think is fine. I don't drink that much. I might have 1 glass of wine a month, but if that's something that helps you to relax, especially with the stress, and you enjoy it, I think it's fine to have 1 glass. Nicola. Phew. Nicola, do you know how many glasses of red wine are in our ageless, or sorry, not red wine, but the equivalent for resveratrol? If anybody knows that's listening, I remember seeing it. It's a huge, huge amount, the amount of resveratrol in our ageless essentials. So yeah, those are some health tips for everybody. So it's a lot. And I don't even want to quote the number because I could be so far off. I'm so bad at remembering numbers like that. But I know I've had people joke with me, could they drink that much wine in a day instead of taking their vitamins? And no, you couldn't. You would be in liver failure. It's that much. So, so chronic pain and inflammation, you don't have to live with it. If you can release toxins, if you can fuel the body with high dense mineral rich nutrition, that's the key. If you can do nutritionally supported intermittent fasting, is huge for releasing inflammation from the body. It's been studied. You can look up studies on that on PubMed, and they're coming out with more and more all the time, and lots of benefits on releasing inflammation there. So, hey, Linda, my dogs. So lots of tips there on how to release inflammation from the body, how to move away from chronic pain. I talked a little bit about mindset. So watching your words, watching your language, your belief. I know when I lived, at the beginning of this, I posted my story, or I was talking about my story of living with chronic pain and inflammation for 8.5 years. And, if you're walking around every day saying, I'm in so much pain, I'm in so much pain, I'm just in so much pain, the cells actually react to that. So at a cellular level, your cells are listening to the words that you're saying, to the thoughts that you're having. So if you can shift your mindset into I am healing from pain, I am perfect health, and change your mantra from, I'm suffering or I'm in so much pain to I'm healing from pain, I am perfect health. The cells can react to that and support the healing process more instead of fighting against it. So that's the mindset piece. And we talked about nutrition, and then we talked about stress. So managing that stress is super, super important. Adaptogens are huge for that. There's 2,000 studies, or over 2,000 studies on PubMed about how adaptogens protect the body from the damaging effects of stress. So getting a hold of some really great adaptogens is so important to protect the body from stress. So, hey, Diane. So definitely I would recommend, if you're wanting to learn more about adaptogens and stress, PubMed has so much research on there. If you're not a research junkie like I am, then you could just reach out to me and I can talk to you a little bit more about adaptogens and stress, because they're freaking amazing stuff. Oh my gosh, what else? So hi Colette, so many people hopping on. I was ready to get off. What else? What else could we talk about? Hi Danny, so good to see you. So we talked about stress. And managing stress. So adaptogens are amazing for protecting the body from stress, but how can you better manage your stress? So how can you start off your day to support a healthier, happier day and release some of that stress. Starting your day off and, grabbing for your cell phone before you even get out of bed to start scrolling through social media. What's the first thing that pops up in front of you? Sometimes it's really negative, especially right now as we're going through this US election. And I don't know how many times a day I see in my news feed something about Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. And, it's always, I would say for the most part, it's pretty negative stuff. And if that's the first thing you're fueling your brain with when you wake up in the morning, then it's setting you up, it's setting your day up to be just filled with that stress, for that anxiety to be starting before you even got out of bed. So my recommendation for you is to start your day off. If you haven't read The Miracle Morning, I'd recommend that, doing the 6 things that they recommend in The Miracle Morning, doing your daily affirmations, your daily gratitude, some exercise, some meditation, getting grounded, going for a walk, maybe actually doing some grounding work, going outside and walking barefoot in the grass or in the sand, or go down to the beach, something to start your day off on the right foot. Leave the social media alone for at least the first half hour of your day as you get up and get started. Is going to really help with your stress throughout the rest of the day. And then deep breathing, meditation, Tai Chi, yoga, any of those things that feel really good for you, just start adding more things into your life that feel good for you. I think that's it. I think that's all we've got. We've covered toxins, we've covered stress, we've covered nutritional deficiencies and minerals and how important they are to your health. So that's what I've got for you guys today. You do not have to live in chronic pain with chronic inflammation. I healed my body naturally over 2 years ago. I feel better than I've ever felt before. So you guys, if that's something you're struggling with, there's a way out. Just take the right steps and you can absolutely do it. So thanks everybody. I hope you're doing well. Have a beautiful day. And to everybody here, I just wish you amazing health and happiness. Take care. Bye.